talking about here is a couple more minutes I want to play here.
So I had to start taking good care of me. The next step that kind of came with that, but it came a little bit later for me, was actually beginning to surround myself with people who wanted to help me meet my needs and then actually letting them. That was really anxiety producing, to let people do things for me. And I had to consciously just go, okay, it's as simple as, like I said, I'll take the garbage out. And, we got to take the garbage from the kitchen to the front gate. It's 20 feet. Got to unlock the gate, put it out on the street. If I'm taking the garbage out, my wife will go, you need help? Well, no, I don't. I don't need any help to take a bag of garbage from the kitchen to the front. So my gut response was say no. But then I realized, well, I don't need any help, but she wants to be with me. She wants to accompany me. She doesn't want to think I'm doing all the work. Well, she's not. She's a very hard worker. I go, yeah, come help me. Do I really need the help? No. But it took me a while. I'm still learning that way. She's not really thinking I need help taking the garbage out. She just wants to come take the garbage out with me, just to walk to the street with me and back. It's okay. Well, who am I to say no to that?
That's the thing about being a bad receiver. It robs people of the enjoyment of helping you.
You've stole my words. I
actually thought this was good as well. Remember, we're talking about being a good partner in marriage. If you are a bad receiver, that robs other people, your spouse, of the enjoyment and of the fulfillment that they would get by helping you. And this is something. I went through this myself. I wanted to give so much. I wanted to be a good father. I want to help people. I want to do this, that, and the other. But sometimes, and it's hard to sit back and say, man, I want let somebody do something for you. You don't want to seem you don't want to be selfish. You want to seem selfless, but it's hard when you're operating that way. You actually rob other people of their quote unquote blessings, to quote, biblical terms, right? You rob other people of their blessings. Let them help you. I had a friend. He was leaving the police department. He was about to, still my friend today. He was about to retire and go working somewhere else. He might watch this one. He knows what I'm talking about. We tried to throw him a party, and he kept saying no. And finally, I said almost exactly what was said here, right here. Brother, you're stopping other people from helping you, from helping themselves. Right there, we want to feel good too, and we want to help you. We want to celebrate you, and there's nothing wrong with receiving that. And there's always this debate about completely. The term is escaping me right now, but it's a psychological term. When you help other people, you actually feel good in and of yourself, and you rob people from their good feelings, right? Their endorphins that are kicking when they do something good for somebody. You rob them of that. And so a lot of times in marriages, becoming the right partner, you rob people, you rob your wife, you rob your girlfriend, you rob your boyfriend of that good feeling. Let somebody love you. Let somebody dote all over you. Let somebody do it. So I thought this was profound. So we'll continue on with this.
I got divorced in my late 40s after 25 years of marriage to two different women. And again, when I started dating and started meeting nice girls, who wanted to do anything for me, wouldn't ever say what they wanted, wouldn't make a decision. I thought, I had empathy for my two ex-wives, but I put them through with being a nice guy. But I remember I was dating one woman, and I met her because she sold me shoes at Nordstrom. And she worked in retail fashion sales. And I remember one time she came over to my apartment, and I'd done some laundry, left it on my couch. She started folding my laundry. And I said, you don't have to do that. She goes, no, I like doing it. And she goes, and I'm good at it. And, so she folds on my laundry, puts a little stack on the end of my bed. And she goes, but I won't put it away for you. I said, I'm not putting it away either. I'm leaving it out there to remind me somebody loves me, that somebody wanted to do something nice for me. After that, I started leaving my clean laundry on the couch so she could have the joy of coming over, and because it gave her pleasure. Now, who am I to rob her of that pleasure? And I need to work on it, because how am I going to receive great things in this world if I'm not good at receiving? If I can't let somebody fold my laundry, how am I going to receive the blessings of wealth, of fame, of opportunity, of adventure? So it's a very conscious practice. It was for me. So how do I let people give and let them have the pleasure of doing it?
So the solution is not being a bad guy, because a lot of people
and you could try.
So nice guys finish last. The bad guy gets the girl. Women will sleep with the alpha but marry the beta. Pick your meme or cliche of choice.
Yeah, so they're all out there, sure.
To come up with, and it seems. I'm going to try and interpret what I think your philosophy is, and let me know if I get it right. I think the downside of being a nice guy, although subtle and often completely opaque to the nice guys themselves,
Yes.
are kind of evident given can become evident given enough crowdsourcing of sense making. So people and community come up with memes and characters in TV.
No, the word is altruism. That's the word I was kind of searching for. Altruism is the giving. It's more, yeah. Altruism is the giving or the doing of beneficiary type of acts or deeds just for the sake of doing them. But the downside of this, not the downside, but the other side of what people don't talk about when altruism is in giving. And remember, I studied this when I was doing psychology, is that people, when they do altruistic things, when you give $5 to the homeless bum who's on the corner of the intersection, there's a chemical reaction that actually occurs within your brain. And so it is a dopamine effect. But so that's why that's why I used to argue. I probably talked about this, but we used to argue in class about what there really is no such thing as true altruism, because if you didn't get the dopamine effect from giving, you wouldn't do it. So it was a philosophical debate that we had. You people can really just be nice, genuine, good people. And I would say, no, you can't. Well, you could be, but you're not, because you still get the dopamine effect. Even if you never see this bum again, but you gave him something, you fed him, whatever the situation is, you did it even for a selfish reason. That was my argument. And so that's what I'm saying, is that you rob other people. People just want to be, even if they say they're being altruistic, the point is that I'm saying is that they still get a chemical dopamine effect, a feeling of high, a feeling that they did good. And so don't rob other people of their good feeling. That was my point. So I hope that made sense. A lot of people y'all going to bed early. What's the female equivalent of being to a nice guy? What's the female equivalent to a nice guy? Laundry folder? I don't even want to go down that path there. What? That's what made the woman feel good. Like, y'all dumping on this woman because she folded men's laundry. It's what made her feel good. There are women out there who are really nurturing. That's what men want. When a guy is protecting and doing your laundry, let's just say you live in your own house. Let's say you live in your own house and a guy comes over and cuts your grass. You could say, I could cut my grass myself, right? That's a more masculine type of thing. Or maybe he hangs sheetrock or he hangs your TV. Of course, you could say, I can do it myself. But when he's doing a masculine presenting performance, when he's doing that, if you rob him of that, then you rob him of his masculinity and makes it feel as if he has no place in your life. And we're talking about missing each other. This is why I think that we're missing each other with this whole feminist, womanist, modern day thing, is that men are still looking for that nurturing type. When I say I want somebody who cooks and cleans, I'm not saying that because I want you to stand over the stove for 3 hours, for 3 meals a day and all. I can cook for myself, but it's the nurturing aspect that I think that men are looking for. Just like you're looking for most women are looking for a protective type of aspect. That is and when you don't allow somebody to walk in their masculinity around you because you want to hold the door, because he wants to, then you rob them of their own internal drives to do that, or internal feelings of good of doing those types of things. That's the point. It's not about folding clothes and being a slave, quote unquote. That's not the issue. The issue is somebody here. That's why he says, I'm not going to put it away because I want to see that somebody loves me. This woman came over. She folds my clothes because she is nurturing. And that's what I, as a man, am looking for. Same way when a woman says, when this guy comes over and he checks the engine of checks the oil in my car, or he brings it to get the oil changed, or he changes the oil himself, or he pumps my gas, that type of protective type of thing, if you don't rob other individuals of that ability. And I think that this modern day that we're living in, we're robbing each other of that because we don't feel as if we need each other. Again, I hope I'm expressing this correctly here, or in a way that makes sense. Let's see. Maybe we ladies reject a nice guy because he's not authentic. His behavior is driven by forces outside of himself. Well, that's the entire point that I'm trying to show, and that what he is saying in this whole video here. Again, watch the entirety of the video. Is that you're the outside forces that are driving you as people please. Well, that could be intrinsic, but it's people pleasing. You're not your authentic self. That's why you reject him, because he's too accommodating. He never speaks his mind. He's never standing up for himself. He's not assertive, right? Those are the things that repulse women. That's what we're saying. I'm trying to, Sherry. Let's see. I like folding laundry too. I hate dumping clothes on a wardrobe or closet. Right. Yeah, some people enjoy doing it. They enjoy feeling nurturing, doing nurturing things. They enjoy doing it. And this is the problem. This is really the problem that a lot of men have with the feminist movement, or even a lot of ladies have with the feminist movement, is because you're telling women. Where's the book that I was just reading? I don't have it here. The feminist movement is telling women that, I actually played this last week, I think it was. The feminist movement is telling women that it's bad to be moms. What the heck kind of craziness is that? Imagine a movement that was telling men it's bad to be masculine men and it's bad to be dads. So men like the nurturing woman. That's the point. I enjoy serving, so this is difficult for me, but I decided in 2025 to modify how much giving into whom. Well, you should do that. Otherwise, you can get taken advantage of. Makes perfect sense. Let's see. As a woman, we sometimes rob men of being true men because how we are socialized. We do not appreciate. Absolutely. You know, I've said this before. You know how many times women have said to me, I don't need you to hold the door, or I can do it myself. You rob me of not only the altruism that I would feel, but you rob me of my masculinity in a purpose and place in your life. And if you just came over and just saw this and didn't, came over my house, you saw my house was a mess. Again, this is a nurturing type of thing. We relate to each other differently. And this is the socialization problem that we're having is if you as a woman go over to your man's house and see his dishes need to be done, see his laundry needs to be folded, and all these different quote unquote domestic type of things, and you don't do them, think about a man who comes over to your house and sees your TV needs to be hung, your blinds are falling off, you need paint done, you need all these quote unquote more masculine type of things. What would you think about that man? We have no problem telling men to step up. We have no problem telling men to step up, be men, change your woman's tires, do all this kind of stuff that your fathers and uncles did. You have no problem saying that men ought to do those types of things. But you bring up folding clothes, the things that your aunts and mothers used to do, and oh my God, think about what you're saying. And you wonder why the honey is gone. As somebody, I think Shiree said it earlier, right? This is your power. But you gave that power up for power suits. I'm just saying. How do we become the right partner? You got to give each other what they want. I'm going to leave it off there. I'm not going to play any more of that. Go over, watch the entirety of the video. Watch the entirety of the video, and it really kind of talks about that. Really talks about more about what I'm saying here. We do things for people we care about, but mostly if it's appreciated. My friend stepped out a bus and extended his hand to help his day down. She says she's not an invalid and can step out. Yeah, I would too. Listen, I would too. I would dump her too. I would ask first. I wouldn't just launch into tidying up his place. Okay. I asked when you say things like that, I would ask, do you want him to, he sees your TV needs to be hung. You want him to ask you first, or you want him just to take the initiative just to do it? Think about the role reversal. Gas in your car, oil needs to be changed, grass needs to be cut. Is it more sexy to you that he just takes the initiative to do it, or is it more sexy that he is going to ask? This is the role reverse. This is the idea that, and again, you there's no qualms about saying to men, man up. I want men like my father, men like my uncles. What happened to the men? What happened to the women?